I don't know what the infatuation is with Josh Allen besides his arm strength. I mean, yeah, big deal. Guess what? Jamarcus Russell could throw the ball 85 yards, too. How'd that work out for the Raiders?
Through the Cheesecake Factory.
Exactly. But Josh Allen, I mean, I don't know. But what scares me from the Bills' perspective is when you hear about the kid, he's faith-based, he's got a phenomenal work ethic, he loves his family. Those are buzzwords for our new process staff.
Sure.
And that scares the hell out of me.
Oh.
Yeah, I had mentioned before that, I have a feeling like the Bills are trying to prepare the masses for Allen being there at 12, because I think realistically he could be. And them saying, yeah, if Allen's there at 12, he's our guy. Who Allen's on the board at 12? Yeah, then he's our guy. Allen's off the board at 12, and so is Rosen and Mayfield. Yeah, you know what? We
didn't feel good enough about moving up for any of those guys.
Right, exactly. So
it'll be the company line, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I love the politics that goes into it too. So we were talking about your boy Darnold.
Sammy.
Awful.
Yeah,
Best pro day that there was.
Oh, he had a good pro day.
He had a great pro day.
Oh, okay. Good pro day.
So what is it with Darnold that makes you love him so much? Because everybody's got him. let me not say everybody. People who matter have him going number 1 overall.
Absolutely.
Right? So what is about him that separates him from everybody else?
Well, I think the big thing is, if you look at this quarterback class, the only quarterback that's won nearly as much as he did is Mayfield. Mm-hmm. The difference is Mayfield is, a 5-year guy. He transferred around and finally landed in Oklahoma. Darnold took that job as a true freshman at 18 years old and ran with it. And quite possibly the best football conference in America. I'm not a big SEC fan, but that's neither here nor there. And he won, and he put up phenomenal numbers, and he's done everything that quarterbacks need to do to prove what they have at the next level. Nobody else has done that. Rosen hasn't done that. Rosen, if you look at his win-loss, which I think is underrated coming out of college, is not very impressive. Darnold played through injury. Yeah, he had some turnovers this year, but if you look at some of his turnovers this year, I think he had 13 picks and 22 total turnovers. The thing is, though, is that 9 of those came in the first 3 games. 6 of those were either tipped at the line or tipped by the wide receiver. He's not just throwing the ball to defensive backs just because he feels like it.
My question is this: why are they tipped at the line? Is that he had that calendar year windup? Defender can get his hand up at it?
No, it's when you're running the offense that SC runs, especially with their running backs being better than most of their wideouts, and even their wideouts being generally at 6 foot or under. They throw the most screens and quick screens in college football. I think they average something like 6 quick screens per game. So the problem is with that is if you've got an edge defender or anybody who can get their hands up quick that can diagnose that play, that's going to get knocked down.
So you're telling me, you're telling me that an edge defender can step in front of a Darnold pass, quick screen.
When you're throwing it to the wideout, if you've got that slot wideout that's just literally, when the ball snapped, turning around, and you get that person who just gets their hand up, yeah, it's absolutely possible. Now, I'm not blaming his skill position players by any means. The kid took some chances. But you know what, though? The guy who has the most interceptions in NFL history, Brett Favre. Would you take him?
I'd take Baker Mayfield.
Over what? Tyrod? Sure. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, I'm just making the comparison between Favre and Mayfield. Although you should never compare a college player to future Hall of Famer.
I'm comparing them in the fact that people say, "Oh, well, he had some turnovers this year." Turnovers don't scare me. Because if not having turnovers were a deciding factor in the NFL, Tyrod Taylor will be a Hall of Famer.
That's true. That's
And
true.
He's not.
My overriding concern with Darnold is, and I'm going to make light of this, but it looks like he was taught to throw a football like somebody is taught how to throw a javelin.
Sure.
Like it just takes forever.
Sure, but I think I was looking at stats yesterday. Out of the 6, I think, first-round quarterbacks that could be drafted this year, he had the fewest batted balls. Yeah, his windup is a little loopy, but it's not like his windup is prohibiting him from making all the throws.
Little loopy. I'm a little tall. Jesus, Rich.
I mean, hey,
No, I know. I understand.
He spins a good ball. I mean,
Yeah,
you definitely
yeah.
can't take
You
that
like
away
the
from him. He
guy.
spins a good ball.
Some of those things, though, that you mentioned, while they are some great points, I don't think matter to a hill of beans at the next level. Like, okay, he started as a true freshman, great. He's one of the youngest quarterbacks, so you have more time to work with him, great. He had some, some of the turnovers you can't attribute to his, you can't attribute to him, even though he had those turnovers, great. But that's not going to matter at the next level. I mean, if a ball goes off of a receiver's hands and it gets picked, it's still a pick.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So,
Which I think should be changed in the NFL, by the way.
I think that'd be a great rule change for
I've
them.
always
After
been a
they figure out
proponent.
what the hell a catch is, that'd be great for them to do that.
I've always been a proponent, though, that if it hits the hands of the wide receiver, a catchable ball should be considered a fumble, not an interception, because it's not on the quarterback.
That'd be great. That would be
Not
great.
going to happen, but whatever.
I mean,
Mario would want that addendum that every 3 and out should be counted as a turnover.
it
as
should
well.
be.
I mean, what's a punt? A punt is a long-distance interception. That's all it is. Think about it. It's an interception by foot.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to think about it from the other side of it. Over the years, and I'll ask you if you agree or disagree with this. USC has always had, although they have had receivers that have been smaller, they've always been very crisp route runners.
Well, yeah, look at Robert Woods. Probably one of the best route runners.
And you talk about Marquise Lee. You talk about some other guys that come out of USC. They're just the
Can we
timing
take
that they
Keyshawn
have.
Johnson out of that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, he ran a 40 and 4.9, right? I don't even know what it was, but that
We
being
stopped
said,
for a sandwich.
got a pretzel from Mayock on the way there. So no, but they're very crisp route runners.
Absolutely.
He had a